got a question for you as well, which I think it plagues on a lot of people's minds, right?
Yep.
The old, should I buy an apartment to live in or should I buy land?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on it?
Great question.
It is a question that gets asked by a lot of people.
Yep.
Everyone has their own opinion.
Yep.
But from your perspective and experience,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts and what do you see in that?
Yeah. And sometimes I talk about my own situation that, when I was, in my early 20s and looking to get into the property market, I was looking at a closer in, say 20 kilometres from, say, Melbourne, where I could have bought a 2-bedroom apartment. I got advice from family to say, oh, no, you've got to have a backyard, you've got to have a house, and bought a house and land package 50 Ks out. Now, the price would have been the same, would have been the absolute same outlet. Then you go forward sort of 20 odd years and the actual growth difference between the two was about $500,000. Now, I didn't know then what I know now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a team around me like I provide that advice for people now. So, and there's still people out there who say, got to get land, it's all about the land. And I mentioned before about, having land is an important component as long as it's proportionate.
Yep.
So scarcity around a property is key. So what I mean by that is if someone's looking to buy a house and land and they do a Google Earth look at it, and if they do a 10-kilometre radius and they see a lot of farm, it's like, well, that's not very scarce. If they look at a property that's smaller, closer in, and they do a 10-kilometre radius and there's no land, well, guess what? It's going to be scarce because there's no more land in that area. And the reason why people find, generally speaking, these well-established areas around the country can outperform some of the areas is that the facilities that are provided. So the schools, the public transports, the cafes, the food, the beaches. Look at Melbourne as a classic case. The Bayside region, the beaches down there, what have you, and the drive along Beach Road there is stunning. It's one of the great drives in this country. It is a really beautiful place, and that's an X factor where a lot of people are attracted to that because they may not necessarily swimmers and all that sort of stuff. However, it just be near water, or it might be trees, or it might be some other thing. The lifestyle of major events in around some of our great cities around the country. People love to be able to have a short walk or a short ride or whatever to some great venues. So they're the things that really attract people. If you're buying an investment property and you want to rent it out, you want a long queue down the street wanting to come to the open for inspections because it's a great property in a great location.
Exactly.
You then might go out to a more remote area where there's no redeeming features, and it's like you might get a handful of people roll up for open for inspections for rent. So, and these are things that I've learned over a long period of time.
Beautiful. So, obviously.